This was a really good game. I really thought we had a chance. Even though we only had 9 shots, 6 on target, man, you had 18 and 9. We kept it close. They had their chances. Grostanowski did a really good job. The defense did a really good job until the last goal, the Tanaka Masuku goal, which I'll show you right here. At this point, they were 4-3 ahead. I thought we had a chance, and I can't click on them. I'm trying to click on it. It won't let me. I don't. My left back, Alexander Zastevsky, just got beaten, and Masuku capitalized, and they won. But still, we made them earn it, and I'm quite happy with that. It may not look it, but I am. The other thing, we'll come back to this. We'll go over this right now. We beat Rabbit Nikki 6-2. We beat Academic Pandev 3-1. We lost to Man U 5-3. And then 3 days later, we played Skindija and drew. That's because the team was gassed. We beat Boric 1-0. We beat Orid 4-1. This was a really good game for us. Hadzievsky, a brace of goals, Pandev a goal, Maradi a goal on a penalty kick. And today we're playing Anderlecht. The other thing that's been happening is I've had more than a few teams come after some players. Now, the transfer window is closed. We'll take a look at that here. Dash Merlisi went to Angers. We talked about that last episode. Philip Andonovski went to Melbourne for $425,000. It took like 3 weeks for his work permit to get approved. And then Sivaspor came in for Omar Ameri, and he absolutely jumped at it. I'm not quite sure why. I think the fact that he has history in Turkey played into it. We got him from Ankaragucu for $71,000, and he was a really solid performer for us. He wasn't a full-time starter. He came in off the bench more often than not, but he was key in getting us to where we were. Now, the good news is we got 500,000 euros for him. We got 400,000 euros for Endovsky. The 1.6 for Elise and the 1.5 for Tasevsky. The loan back for Tasevsky is helping, but we had quite a few inquiries after some of our other players, which I turned down because they didn't meet the minimum release fee clauses. I had more than one Dimitrov. Yeah, Dimitrov is wanted by a bunch of teams, and he has a 1.5 million release clause, and it had a couple teams come in for less than that. I said, no, I'm not selling you. Now, if I offer him a new contract, he's not interested because he's unhappy because I didn't let him go. One of the clubs that was after him, I think it was Sparta Rotterdam, made an offer for like 1.2. And I said, no, your minimum's 1.5. I'm not releasing you for anything less. So if they come in for 1.5, then, we're not exactly up a creek, but we could be doing better. So I have to fix this. And so today we're going to play Anderlecht and then Luboten in the Cup first round. We're going to skip the Scoopy game. So I'm going to double check a few things and we'll be back with our game at Anderlecht in just a minute. So we're doing well. I don't know why I'm surprised, to be honest with you. I know with good young players, and Petrick just twisted his ankle. I don't know why I'm surprised. We have good young players. We've been doing really well. And the fact of the matter is, some of them are going to get noticed sooner rather than later. What I wasn't expecting was for some of them to leave to the teams they're going to for the money they're going to. A couple of them were seriously undervalued at the start. My whole thing is, I'm going to bring up a player just as an example, David Tasevsky. It says his value is 240 to 400,000. I'd look to get at least 300,000 for him. I'll go down to 240, but I won't go to anything less. And using him as an example, teams would come in and offer me 120, 150. And it's like, no, his minimum's 240. Either meet that or, go away sort of thing. And the players would get mad. And it's like, look, I understand you want to go to a big squad. I do, but I have to get what I perceive is value for you. And if I'm not getting value for you, then you're not leaving. And if that means you're going to pitch a fit and have a grump or, whatever else you want to call it while you're here, then that's fine. I can deal with that. I can work with that. So I suspect what I'll be doing is hitting the Macedonian nationals a lot. For the moment, I was just looking at teams within Macedonia, North Macedonia. What I need to do is look at the Macedonian players outside of North Macedonia as well. And frankly, if some of the older ones You know, the 30 and above year old guys who can still contribute, want to come in and be a starter or a part-time starter, and they're decent, you know, they're decent in terms of ability in that, I'm okay. Now, this is kind of cool too. Vardar lead the North Macedonia national team production. We've got 4 players on there, and they're all quite good. We're going to do this now. Then we'll take a look at the team. Dimitrov. Marati suspended, so we're going to bring on Martin for Tasevsky. Bozanovsky for Barty, because I told Barty I told Bozanovsky he could start more games. So this is what we're going to do. We got Grosnowski in goal, Tasevsky, Barty, Bozanovsky, and Jankelov as the defensive back 4. Pandev and Marian as the midfielders, Tosevsky and Novevsky as the attacking mids, with Dimitrov and Hadzievsky up top as the strikers. Looking for just a really good game. Okay, turn my cursor off. It was getting annoying to me, and frankly, if it's annoying to me, it can't be good for some of you. I have a tendency just to leave it in the middle of the screen. We're at Anderlecht. It's very purple. Knocked away, but Marian's going to run it down. In the rain. Tasevsky. To Pandev. Pandev to Marian. Backwards. Tasevsky gets to Dimitrov. He heads it forward. Pandev is there off the post, and he can't beat Verbruggen to the ball. Asulin to Michik. Back to Asulin. Up to Cullen. Cullen to Luca Bacchio. Baglia. Wanderson. Siri got through. And Grosdanowski, a nice save. Wanderson. Pandev knocks it away. Huerta stops it before it goes out of bounds. Centers it to Asulin. And the highlight ends. That was interesting. Jankelov on the throw-in. Hadzievsky taps it to Novevsky. Jankelov on the right. Holds it up. Gets it to Marian. Marian to Jankelov. Back to Marian. Why are you going backwards? Jankelov to Novevsky. Novevsky to Hadzievsky. Marian gets in the way, and Puertas dispossesses Hadzievsky. Dwelled on the ball too long. Luca Bacchio got by, and Grosdanowski again another save. Wanderson. Knocked away. Sulin. Fedja. Broim. Oh, what happened there? Sulin to Fadiga. He crosses it in. Broim is there. He has it right to Siri, and Siri heads it in. Bozanovsky runs the ball down, gets it to Barty. Barty back to Tasevsky. Tasevsky over to Jankelov. Jankelov to Bozanovsky. Bozanovsky lost it up towards Hadzievsky, but it's too far. Sulin heads it back to Verbruggen. Verbruggen rolls it out to Asulin. Michik. Puertas. Fadiga. Wanderson. Puertas. Up to Luca Biacco. Back and forth. Centers it to Cullen. Cullen feeds Siri. Siri crosses it out to Shalil. Shalil holds it up. Broim to Cullen. Luca Biacco's there, and he slots it past Grosdanowski. I think Bozanovsky did about everything he could there. We're going to half. It's not been good. We've had 5 shots and 3. They've had 18 and 12. Broim to Siri. Back to Broim. Siri across the top of the box. Wanderson. And Luca Biacco missed. I'm not quite sure what happened there. It looks like someone got in the way and the ball just took a crazy bounce. Wanderson. Michlik and Dimitrov hits it out of bounds. Or not Dimitrov. Yeah, is it Dimitrov? Siri hit it out of bounds. Corner kick again for Anderlecht. Siri hits it wide. Fadiga intercepted the ball. I'm not... I thought we were working. I swear they're going to score off this, aren't they? Son of a gun. If there was a specific instruction that said, do not ever do this, I would put it on Grozdanowski. Been a chippy game so far. Decent amount of yellow cards out there. Nevevsky picks up the header, gets it to Pandev. Pandev lost it forward to Dimitrov. Dimitrov has some room, but he hits it right at Verbruggen. We are going to take this opportunity to make a couple changes. Bring on Vaj for Bozanovsky. I'm going to get Alazi on at fullback. I don't want Tisevsky going out because of the yellow. I'm going to get Tisevsky on for Pandev and flip him and Marion. Headed away. Cullen ends up with it. My defenders don't know what to do. Instead, Alazi picks up the ball, gets it to Jankelov. He feeds Nevevsky. Nevevsky, inside, outside, curls it around, and he's tripped. That's got to be a penalty. I'm quite sure what the review was for. I mean, I saw the trip, and I'm wearing bifocals for crying out loud. Tisevsky. Oh, he completely outfixed Verbruggen. It's his first goal of the season. That's interesting. He did a good job with it. Anderson from distance. Oh, Lubyanko was there. Grozdanowski made a really nice save, and the rebound was kicked above the crossbar. Anderson again, and he hits the crossbar, and it goes over. Barty to Marion. Marion to Alazi. Alazi to Tisevsky. Marion back with the ball. Barty gives the ball away. Siri to Nakamamba. Lukabiako. Fadiga. Lukabiako. Fadiga back to Puertos. Puertos gives it to Nakamba. Broem takes the shot. He hits the post, and it goes wide right. Free kick from distance. Marion sends it in, and he curls it wide right. Alazi gets the ball to Dimitrov, or one touches it to Tisevsky. Tisevsky to Marion, almost gave the ball away. Alazi. Barty to Alazi. He's going to send it all the way back to Grozdanowski. Bombs it forward, gets it to Tisevsky. That was lucky. Tisevsky feeds Marion. Marion with the shot, but right at Verbruggen. It was not a good effort by Marion. Fadiga crosses it in. Broem's there. Grozdanowski makes the save. It was a bit risky. Looked like he pinned it between himself and the bar. I swear if he bombs this... Even if Hadziwiecki scores, which he didn't... Vaj runs down the ball. Gets it to Barty. Barty lofts it in. And that is a game with a 3-1 victory. 31 shots, 16 on target, or 12 and 8. They had an XG of 4.4 for crying out loud. We had an XG of 2.29. That's just... I'm totally not happy with the performance out there. Tisevsky on a 5.9 for crying out loud. That is just not good enough. And now we're getting to that time of the season when my guys have been playing so much, they have fitness concerns. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Guys looking at 8 of my players. And this is how many games we played. We're in second place on 22 points. We have 2 games in hand, for crying out loud. Hatzvieski has 13 goals, a 7.79 rating. We got Maradi and I believe Hatzvieski with Dimitrov with 8 assists. Bosnowski best pass completion. Hatzvieski 4 players of the match. Jankelov 7 yellow cards. He decided to pick up where Andonovsky left off. So we're going to play Shkupi offline, and we'll be back for the Luboten game here in just a minute. They are not a very good team, but we've been surprised by not very good teams in the past. So, fingers crossed. We'll be back in just a bit. Well, we got the cup game pushed back by a week. It turns out that Sasko is on the under-19 national squad, and Grozdanowski is on the senior squad because Gusevsky retired. He's now a goalkeeper coach. He's not a very good goalkeeper coach. I'd hire former players as coaches if they were at least somewhat good, and he didn't have anything above a 3. It was kind of embarrassing, really, to be honest with you. So we beat Shkupi 3-2. This was kind of a touch-and-go game until Pandev put it away in the 73rd minute. They got a goal back. Sunday Adechuni scoring the 89th minute to make it look closer than it actually was, but it really wasn't. So we've got Luboten today. The question is, when's our, you know what, I should have gone back and checked something out real quick. Luboten, we got 4 days. Yeah, I'm okay with this. So we're going to have Grozdanowski in goal, Tasevsky, Vaj, Bosnowski, and Babic is the defensive back four. Maradi and Davidovsky as the midfielders. Pandev and Nevevsky as the attacking mids. Tasevsky and Dimitrov up top as the strikers. Now Jankelov's wanted. Dimitriov's wanted. Jordan Vaj is wanted. It's going to be one of those saves. One of those saves. I look forward to it. This is going to be fun. Now we're really kind of getting into the meat of it. We're at the point now where we're competing with the teams we're supposed to be competing with. We're snatching games from teams that we're making them earn it. That Manchester game was really good, which means the game I'm going to broadcast, the game I'm going to live comm is going to be an absolute thrashing. It's going to be like last season when we were down 4-0 in the first 20 minutes against, totally blanking on it now, and I literally played it 10 days ago. Slavia. One of the Prague teams. There's like 4 Prague teams, I swear. Tasevsky. Up to Nevesky. Oh, he absolutely wrong foot of the keeper. I thought he was going to go for the cross and center it. Instead, he went near post. Maradi to Pandev. Something like... Okay. Nevesky. Oh, see, the keeper was looking for the ball to be centered and just absolutely out-deked. Babic on the throw-in. Davidovsky. Dimitrov back and forth. Babic. Davidovsky. Nevesky bounces it off a player, and it goes wide, high, and left. Interesting back and forth there. Davidovsky's at 62%. And get him off at the half, which is coming up. Corner kick. Nevesky. Knocked away. Vaj is going to run it down. Gets it back to Nevesky. He crosses it in. Dimitrov can't get ahead on it. Davidovsky does run it down. Steals the ball away from Georgiev. He puts it in. Tasevsky scores. I think he was offsides, though. Yeah. Davidovsky. Pandev. Somebody fouled. Tasevsky got sent off. Like, fouled my guy off the ball. Holy cow. Okay, that's a bit of a gift. You know what? Let's take a look at this real quick. We'll bring up Popovsky. Bosnowski heads it down. Nevesky. Back to Babic. Popovsky. Long pass towards Dimitrov. Got by the defenders, and he puts it away for the second goal. That was nice. That was... I think that's one of those cases where what we see on FM isn't a representation of what actually happened. Because Popovsky just lost it down the field. And Dimitrov gets it over his shoulder, but he manifests through the defender to get the goal. George either sees the rabbits or somebody's walking their dog. Pandev. Popovsky crosses it. Tasevsky can't get ahead on it. It's knocked away. Vaj to Tasevsky. All the way back to Gostanovsky. Vaj, Tasevsky, Murati. Tasevsky, Dimitrov to Murati. Dimitrov, and he scores his third. The third goal of the game. I think that might be his second goal of the same. Did he score? I can't remember if he scored the first one or not. It literally just happened, too. That does not bode well for your future, Calico. He did. Dimitrov scored. Nevesky scored. 57 minutes in. You know what? We're going to make subs now. We're going to get Nevesky off and bring on Ristov. That's going to be it for now. Babish. Popovsky. Loses the ball, but it's headed back down. Nevesky. Crosses it in. Murati's there. And just wide right. Tasevsky on the throw-in. Tasevsky. Popovsky. Dimitrov. Probably phonetically it's correct, but who knows? Bozanovsky. Babik. Ristov. Turns around, crosses it in. Pandev gets ahead on it, but Mihalovsky plucks it out of the air. Tries to start a counterattack. Instead, just bombs it down the field. Babish heads it down to Popovsky. Murati. Pandev. Pandev turns around, gives it to Tasevsky. He gives it back to Pandev on the left, centers it to Murati. Murati and Popovsky takes the shot, bounces off somebody, and goes in for the goal. I swear it deflected off of somebody. There's Pandev, there's Murati. It looked like it went off that guy there, but I could be wrong. I blame the bifocals, but okay. Oh, free kick, Murati. Nice save. Pandev with the corner kick in. Dimitrov is there, but he heads it wide left. Murati. Who scored? Dimitrov? His hat trick? I lost the ball in the crowd. Let's see what happened. Murati? Oh, bounced off a player and Dimitrov recovered. Not a lot the keeper could do about that. Ristov to Murati. Knocked away. Tasevsky gets the ball off the header. Back to Vaj. Up to Murati. Centers it to Popovsky. One touches it down to Pandev. Pandev chests it down, kicks it back to Vaj. Vaj sends it back up again. Pandev to Murati. Murati to Tasevsky. Tasevsky back to Bozanovsky. Babic. Pushes it right. Ristov on the edge of the box. Holds it up. Back to Babic. Babic crosses it in. Murati's there, and the header goes over the crossbar. Dimitrov, Popovsky, Ristov, and he scored from there. That did not look like it was going in. Ristov headed it down. Dimitrov got it. Popovsky to Ristov. He turned around and just, I swear, it looks like that ball's deflecting. Tasevsky. Boskovsky gets the ball back off the errant header. Stokovsky. Kostov. Stokovsky. Stokovsky kicks the ball away. Bozanovsky sends it down the field. Kaiser heads it down, but Pandev picks it up. on the left side, crosses it in. Then Koski knocks it away, but Babic picks it up, gets it to Poposki. Hatzfiatsky from the D goes wide right. And that is a game with 32 shots, 15 on target. I didn't realize this. They didn't have any shots on target. Next year, 3.21, some very lucky goals. And them having a man sent off in the 44th minute certainly did not help them. We shut Lubotin out, 6-0. We're going to play Pobeda next. Dimitrov was stellar. And we are going to come back for Maccabi Tel Aviv and Pobeda. So we're going to play Maccabi first again. I like our chances against them. I think if we beat them, we've got a lock on third place. That's what we're aiming for, third place. So then we play Anderlecht. We'll play Anderlecht and probably Rabbit Nicky. And then comes Man United. So I'm hoping we can have another good game against United. It was fun to play them. We did a really good job. I'm quite surprised. Which just means, you know, they'll stomp us next time. That's how it usually goes in FM. I wish the Anderlecht game had gone better. I really thought we had a chance. Is the Man United game raising the bar for me? Am I setting my expectations too high? Possibly. It is a possibility. I'm not going to deny that. But man, we're aiming for third place. I think if we beat Maccabi, we have to come out ahead of Maccabi on points. And for the moment in the group, it's United and Anderlecht each on 6 points. So we're fighting for third place. So the good news is our goals for are a lot better than Maccabi's. So even though it comes down to tiebreakers, we should be doing okay. So look forward to that game next. If you did like what you've seen and heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. I'll answer them as fast as I can. My name is FM22, and thank you for watching.